Welcome back, everyone, to the Available Post-Podcast Ep.2. I'm your host, Callum, and I am here to talk into the void, hoping someone will listen. No sponsors today. Nothing's going to happen like that. But what I am going to tell you is that I'm going to talk at you about all the games I've played on my channel so far. If that's not something you want to listen to, you can mute this video while keeping it running, and also like, comment, and subscribe. All those things would be great. They would make my ego go bigger. And I would be like, wow, those numbers are big. That's really nice. I like that kind of thing. But, yeah, I'm just going to literally go through a list of all the games I've played on the channel and uploaded. I'm going to tell you about those games, and I'm going to explain what I feel about those games. Because sometimes the videos don't really get that across, I don't think. But that's okay. Only like 12 people have listened to the first 5 minutes of any of my videos, so that's okay. Maybe you'll get further in this one. That would be cool. I'm thinking about doing these maybe once a month. This should come out on May 1st. That would be great. And that's going to be great. And then I'm going to do one of these a month, and you're going to listen to me. The last episode was sponsored by a different podcast, but that's fine. Whatever. I got no guests. I got nothing. I'm just going right into it. First game we're talking about is Genshin Impact. You know, people know Genshin Impact. Of course you know Genshin Impact. It's a massive game. I started playing the game back in October of 2020, I believe. Somewhere around there. Whatever version 1.1 was. Klee was on the banner. Venti was just before. Played a whole bunch of gaming. My wife wanted to play the game, so I said, alright, I'll play the game with you. And I've been playing it ever since. It's pretty cool. Baiju's coming out soon. That's going to be really nice. I enjoy rolling the characters. I enjoy exploring. The story's getting better. I think they had a little hiccups at the beginning. But I don't know. The voice acting's really good. The mechanics are pretty cool and easy to understand. I'm kind of a scrub, honestly. Like, I don't know. I don't full star the Abyss. I'm not good at that. But that's good. I don't know. It's fun. It's nice. It's good. Don't look online. There's a bunch of weirdos online about it, but you just ignore that and just play by yourself. Have a good time. It's like a free-to-play Breath of the Wild. If you don't want to like spend the money on the game, you just don't. You don't have to. Free-to-play players are good. But that's that. That's my Genshin Impact little thing. Second game on my list. Bam, going down the list. Eating it. Nice and easy. We're going to talk about World of Horror. There's a lot of games to go through, by the way. So that's why I'm just going to quickly go over all the games. And that's what this podcast is going to be. World of Horror. Next game. One of my favorite roguelike, story-based games. I love Japanese horror. I love all kind of horror, honestly. And this just encapsulates it so well. The graphics are so much fun. The retro-style gaming. I mean, you probably noticed I really enjoy that. Story building's really cool. The challenges are nice, the different path lines, the characters. There's just literally just something new came out for it now. I just put up 2 videos in the past couple days when this shows up. And yeah, I'm going to be putting up more of World of Horror because it just deserves more play. There was a little bit of time during the Plague era of the world where there wasn't too much updates and people kind of got a little sour on Steam. Yeah, those people should just suck it up, okay? You know, it's not I don't think it's a huge team doing this game. So, just give a little slack, you know? It's not like they're charging you for the updates or anything. You get the updates, you have a good time, you have some fun with the game, and it's good. Yeah, it's just getting better and better. And I'm loving World of Horror. Beautiful game. Alright, now this one's going to be a little bit controversial, you know. Magic Arena. I've been playing Magic for probably like 18 years. Give or take. So, you know, I got a long history. I started back in like Invasion Block. And, you know, Magic's has its ups and downs. Has its competitive, has its non-competitive stuff. Recent years, Magic Arena is very handy in that all the cards cost the same. So you're not getting bought out by someone who knew that, you know, Shieldred was going to go up to $1 billion before that. So, you know, being a paper Magic player without a huge budget at the time, it was tough. It was tough to stay competitive, do competitive stuff without, you know, borrowing cards or doing stuff. But, you know, I like to just have my own cards and play my own cards kind of a person. I don't know. It's just a weird thing about me. But I guess that is why I was never as competitive as I could have been. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Magic Online, clunky as hell. Clunky as hell. Some decks are cheaper. Most decks are probably cheaper if you want to play like standard or something. It's honestly way cheaper on Magic Online than it is on Magic Arena. But the format and the actual like the way it's programmed is so clunky and dumb that I feel like I lose more to just clicking through my turn or not having a stop set or anything like that than actually playing a game of Magic. You have to play like 2 games of Magic at the same time, which is one is against your opponent, the other is against the actual system. So Magic Online, I think, is kind of a trash heap. Always has been, always will be. They did make it better, I think, with like whatever latest patch it was, like 26 years ago or whatever they've been doing. But I think it was version 4 was all right. I don't know what it's at now. I don't know. I haven't played it. I probably have a big old collection on there, or like a decent sized collection of modern staples that don't make any sense anymore because of all the Modern Horizons cards that came out. But yeah, so that's Magic Online. But I didn't play any of those. You know, I haven't played Paper Magic in forever. I have a huge, massive collection. I haven't played Magic Online ever, but I play Magic Arena. And Magic Arena, it has that addictive quality where you can just slap down, find a game really quick, play a game. But the games don't feel the same. I don't know if that makes sense, but like a game of Magic on Magic Online, you can kind of feel the stakes. I don't know. Something about it where there's like that, there's that still that feeling of like, oh, I'm playing a game of Magic now against someone who's like also playing a game of Magic. Because like if you're not a computer programmer or you don't know, advanced calculus, you can't actually operate Magic Online. So, there's that. And then like in paper, obviously you're face to face with a human, sure. You're face to face with someone. And, they got the cards, you got the cards. They're probably stacking their deck cheating so they can beat you, and you are going to win anyways because your matchup is just better. Something like that. It's fun. You kind of interact with the person. That's something. But Magic Arena, it literally feels like every other player you play against might just be a bot because they do just strange stuff. Like just this week, I was playing a game, and my opponent wrathed their own field and then lost the game. They had like 6 Praetors down, and they decided to kill all their Praetors, and then I just, I got to play Magic again when I was like basically dead that turn. Just weird stuff like that, where you don't normally see that on Magic Online, and you don't really see that in paper, because like you don't when you're playing paper, you're only playing against your opponent. You're not playing against the software as well. So I guess my controversial point is that like Magic Arena sometimes doesn't even feel like Magic, honestly. It kind of feels like I don't know, it kind of feels like Hearthstone Plus. Or no, that's not fair. That's not fair. It's still Magic at the core. It's just there's something lacking. I don't know, the drafting feels all right on Magic. Like it's cool. I like limited, obviously. It's great format. Sealed's trash. Sealed is like fun on pre-release, fun to do like 1 or 2 of, but like Sealed I think has the least skill of any Magic anything, because if your pool is better than someone else's pool, even if you construct it poorly, you still have a huge advantage over. If your quality of cards are better, you're likely going to win in the thing. It's like you going to a tournament, someone's going to play just a big trash old pile, and someone else just has a top tier deck, but they don't know how to play it. The person with a top tier deck still might just be able to play like, you put a Shieldred down and then the card wins itself for you. What am I even saying? I don't know. I play a whole bunch of Magic. I play a whole lot of Magic, and I think Magic Arena is all right. What I am going to say, though, about Magic Arena is that the Alchemy cards should stay out of Historic, or they should be in Historic. Alchemy cards should be in Historic, I think. Alchemy Revisions should stay the hell out. They should just go away. They should just ban cards or not ban cards. Digital only cards should be treated similar to real cards and just never. Why change the cards? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Like completely no sense. Dumbest thing I think they've ever done was change like real cards in a weird alchemy way, having cards do different things in different formats. Like just ban the card. Like, yeah, everyone's mad. It's because they don't want to give people free wild cards again. Like, yeah, Mute Hook Massacre banned in Standard, which makes sense because if could you imagine Meat Hook Massacre in Standard right now? It would be obviously a 4 of in every deck. There wouldn't be any other gameplay around it. You'd have to be playing counter spells, but like in Alchemy, it just doesn't gain you life, and it's like it's trash. It's like basically unplayable trash. But I just have these Meat Hook Massacres that are just there, and it's just an empty card. Also, duplicates from different versions. No, no. If you open up a new card, I would be 100% down if like you had a 4 of a card, but you open up a new card and it has new art, you get it treated as like a skin. You get 4 of that one card. So you get, essentially instead of having to open 8 of the new card, you open 5. Because then you have the new skin variant, but you can put it on all your cards. That would make way more sense as a rare slot than literally a card you will not use unless you want to have, 4 different arts of all your cards, which would be hilarious. And I love doing that in paper, but like on Magic Arena, it doesn't hit the same, right? Like the way, like it doesn't matter what arts you have on your cards. Like it's a pretty big troll because like when you get Thoughtseize, then people will be like, "Oh, played the different art card," because you have to remember what's in their hand. And you don't just get to like fully see what's in their hand all the time like you do on Magic Arena. Just shows it up there. That's yeah. I don't know. There's some weird things about Magic Arena. The economy's trash. Hundreds and thousands of people have talked about it. Everyone knows that the economy's not very good. There's no way to trade. There's no way to actually dust your cards to get new cards. There's no out except for basically spending money or grinding eternity against people who rat their own boards. And if you want to play in the ladder, you have to play, and like you want to grind, you have to honestly play an aggro deck. Which, you got some cool aggro options now, but like, do you really want to play mono red all the time? Just to get your little mythic rank that like at the end of the day, you're gonna get what? 4 packs out of? Craziness. Economy bad. Game itself, though, pretty sweet. Honestly, like the new sets that have been coming out and the cool designs they've been doing, I'm 100% down for. I think Alchemy's got to be on its way out. I don't know. I try playing it every once in a while. I pick up and play the fake cards and have a good time, kinda, and I just don't understand why they exist. Like, well, what niche is it filling? Like, Priest of Possibilities is a sweet card that probably could have been printed in paper. That I would love to be printed in paper because I love Priest of Possibilities. I think it's such a cool card. Turn 2/2 Atraxa with Indestructible, pretty dope. But people, there's so much sacrifice effects and stuff. You just kill it. It's fine. There's gameplay around it, and like the conjuring effects are kind of cool, but just weird stuff like Dark Steel Hydra. Like what is that? What is that? What's that even? I don't know. That's my opinion on Magic Arena. I play it a lot. I enjoy the format. I like that it's like, a flashy, easy to play thing. But sometimes it feels like you're playing against robots and not humans. And other times, it's kind of clunky. It crashes all the time on me specifically. I don't know if that happens to anyone else. I have recorded footage of it just crapping out, asking to, just full on Duncan. But like no other game does that to me. And I play some pretty, high end games as well as not as like all the pixel art stuff I play. So I don't know. Magic Arena, given that 6 out of 5. Decided to start rating things now. Okay, good. That's done. We're not going to talk about Magic anymore. There's a whole bunch more games. Goddamn, this is going to actually be like a 5-hour episode. Next game, Adama. Adama, a indie game about floating heads in a Japanese little backroom city and a bunch of screaming babies. It's fun. It's super fun. I had a great time with it, hanging around, dipping around, doing a little dodging. It's a cool little puzzle game. Kind of spooky. Absolutely. Gets a little jump scares in there and stuff. I had a good time with it. It's, believe the game is produced by famous daddy of Let's Play, A Slow Beef. He has some involvement with it. I don't actually know if he's the producer or not, but he's got some involvement with it. There's a team involved with it. It was fun. It was good. I enjoyed it. Nice short game. I like when I hit the gong and everyone's mouths would want to open. That was super fun. That was a good time. Good stuff. I like that. All right. Well, we're gonna pass. I mean, that's Adama. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Go play the game for yourself. Go watch my video. I don't care. It was good. Give it, I'll give it a rating out of a rating. I enjoyed the game. I give it thumbs around. Yeah, recommend it. If you like, horror games, kind of like Siren or something like that. Fun. What do we got next? We got Cultic. Goddamn, Cultic's so good. Sometimes you just want to go around and do an old arcade shooter, but you're like, I don't know, the controls are so clunky in Doom. I don't want to play Doom 1. I don't want to go play Quake. Well, let me tell you, just go buy Cultic and play Cultic, because Cultic had everything you want in an arcade shooter, tight controls, awesome graphics, super fun abilities, or not abilities, but weapons and stuff, and the fast pace of it all, super cool. Good death animations, great music. Cultic is 10 out of 10. Easy game. Oh man, Cultic is so good, and I absolutely think that that's one of the top games I've played in a while, especially a shooter. So much fun. I think everyone should buy Cultic. Everyone should play Cultic. That is easy 10 out of 10. And that last animation that I made a short out of, when you get to that part, obviously my little short doesn't do it justice, but when you get into there and you feel it for the first time, and all the sound escaping and everything with headphones on, it's so amazing. Just play Cultic. Stop what you're doing right now, like this video, subscribe to this video, and go play Cultic. Get out of here. All right, next game, Dread Out 1. So the whole idea, I started Hump Day Horror as a thing because I was like, well, it's Wednesday, that's kind of fun, so I'll do horror games on Wednesday. And then I was like, yeah, but I have horror games so that's why I played Adama. That was the first one for Hump Day Horror, and I was like, okay, well, I can keep on going. I was like, well, what do I have? And I was like, oh, I've had Dread Out literally for 7 years. And I remember playing it once. I installed the game. I played it. I got jump scared in my basement on my little MacBook. Got spooked. Never played again. Until 7 years later, where I was like, you know what? If I play it in the middle of the day, while I'm streaming, I can't back out then. And yeah, I liked Dread Out. I thought there was definitely some parts that were very confusing. A little obtuse, some of the puzzles. Tough to find, little bits here and there, but the voice acting was super fun. The dialogue was insane. The combat was whatever. It was okay, I guess. But yeah, I thought it was spooky enough. It was short enough. It was fun. I walked down a hallway for 30 minutes. That was kind of cool, By kind of cool, I mean I wish I didn't. I wish I just noticed the door sooner. But yeah, all in all, Dread Out 1, super great. I think there was an ending I missed. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I was just forgetting it. But we'll talk about that later when we talk about Dread Out 2, another game I played. All right, next thing, Missed Message. Missed Message was a free-to-play, just a little story game, little sad story game. Yeah, it's great. Cute little story. Definitely, download that and play that. Obviously, it's free. What are you waiting for? Go play Missed Message. It was great. Cute little story, little sad, heartwarming thing. Yeah, some bad endings. Yeah, I like Missed Message. Next game, Milk. Outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag of milk. Fantastic storytelling, super cool, interesting dialogue, visuals. Yeah, one of the best visual novels I think I've played. Straight up. Hands down, straight up. That's rap, bro. Yeah. That one is... It's tough to explain what it even is. It's like a crazy story. I don't want to spoil too much. You can watch the video. You can go back and watch my video. You can like and subscribe to that video. But other than that, yeah, milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. Beautiful. Fun times. Yeah, another just awesome visual novel. Great artwork. Recommend it very highly. If you like visual novels, I think you're going to love that game. It's a little spooky, a little crazy. So, obviously, if you like a little bit of horror kind of ideas, then yes, that's a good game for you. Next game, Next game, Signalis. Absolute. It's so good. It's so good. Like, if you're a fan of like the original Resident Evils, or like, classic games like Deep Fear, Signalis just takes all those mechanics, makes it modernized, beautiful artwork, super fun story. By fun story, I mean like well done story, not necessarily a fun story, I guess. But 10 out of 10, Signalis, mwah, 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 beautiful, love it. You should play it on whatever platform you feel like playing it on. I played it on the PS5, and I really enjoyed the PS5. Yeah, I might even go back and play it again one day, just to hang out and play it again. Good stuff, great stuff, the best stuff. All right, so now we have the first introduction of the wonderful, wonderful Chilla's art. And I played basically all of their games. There's a couple I'm not going to talk about on this list because I just upload them as a stream upload because I didn't give them their thing value. I wasn't too high on some of those ones, some of the older ones. I know they have a huge cult following. I know some larger YouTubers back in the day played them and may or may not have been able to finish them. Who knows? But right now, I'm talking about the karaoke, which is what got me into all of their stuff. Honestly, like, that was such a great introduction. I saw some people were like playing it, like there's some streamers of it, and I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a go. Let's see. It's pretty pushed on my Steam, saying like, hey, you might like this. You played Adama, you're gonna like this, and I'm like, all right, am I gonna like this? And right off the bat, weird characters. The visuals are amazing. They're always the same. You walk around a city, you bike around something. Controls are always clunky. The visuals are there. The sound effects are spooky. You get jump scared. Honestly, when I got an email inside of my fries, I knew there was something special there. When there's an email, when you get an email inside your fries, it's like, it takes such a great creative mind to think of something so stupid, so like bizarre, out of the realm of anything, to put an email in your fries. You ate an email and then you spat it out, and it was a massive email inside of a deep fried piece of potato, and that made me buy literally all their games. Just that bit alone. I mean, there's a really funny bit, and they all have like multiple endings, and I'm super into it. Karaoke, though, got me into it, and I was super excited. I was like, I want to see what else this crazy mind can come up with, and I was not disappointed. Good game. You should definitely check out most of their stuff. I mean, honestly, they're all like not that expensive. Like, if you wanted like to buy them all, I think it'd be like 60 Canadian or something like that. I'm pretty sure I got like most of the games for like a huge like bundle. That's the same price as, I don't know, Fallout 4 still, probably. And like, these games have less bugs than that. That's my review. Thanks. Okay, next game, Dead Estate. It was a cool little roguelike. It was very like Binding of Isaac kind of idea. Enter the gungeon. It was fine. I played it for a little bit. Played a little bit off of videos and stuff. Just pick it up and go. But all in all, it was good. It's good if that's your kind of thing. You like it. It was cool. I don't know. I just have other options, other things to play, which are also on this list. So there's that. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. It's fine. I had no real complaints about the game. So, yeah, I give it a, sure, cool. Siren. I played a little bit of Siren. Old PlayStation game. I love the aesthetic. I love the voice acting. It's hilarious, the cop running at you saying, "It's no use," is wonderful, obviously, very meme, but The controls are a little clunky for me. My small, tiny little brain can't really wrap my head around the Siren controls. So I haven't played past the first episode of Siren. I still have it on my PS5 installed, which means there is a chance that maybe one of the Hump Day Horrors in the future I'll play some more Siren. But for now, it was a fun little one and done. Kind of go check it out, see how it was. It was fine. That's that's my little Siren review. Obviously, it's a historic classic, super big, inspired so many things, like Siren and Silent Hill both inspired basically horror genre, like indie horror genre especially, like up until, well, today, even today, they take inspiration from it. Adama was basically just Siren mixed with Junji Ito's floating bubbles. Floating balloons? Floating balloons. Yeah. So, it's good. Yeah. Siren, decent game. Just maybe not a game for me currently. That's my review. A decent game that maybe not be for me currently. But if you are gonna play it, definitely play it with a controller on a console. I don't think that game would be very good on keyboard and mouse. All right, next game, Dread Delusion, from the people that brought you the Dread X series and stuff like. I think they're also the same people that did like Sucker for Love, things like that. It was pretty cool, actually. I was surprised how much like detail and lore and like world building there was in that game for like a old school like Skyrim not Skyrim wannabe, but like a very like old school like Elder Scrolls kind of idea. Obviously wants to be like open world. I mean, it's an open world kind of action-y kind of game with a bunch of different spells and stuff. Quest logs. It was cool. I had a blast while playing it. I don't know if like where I ended. I don't know if there actually is an ending to the game. I don't know if I can do stuff to end the game. But like where I ended, I was very happy with it. Cool, interesting. Yeah, I mean it's still in development, early access game. But yeah, definitely worth what I paid for it and what I played with it. And I had a great time doing it. Like the chill music, the nice little landscapes. It was very like alien world. And then yeah, the story plot lines was really cool. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was like it was like an open world, like very Elder Scrolls feeling. But for, you can like finish it or like, pick it up and play it for like 5-10 hours and then not feel guilty about stopping because you haven't done all the stuff. You kind of just get it done, and that's good. And that's sometimes you need that in a game. Yeah, I definitely recommend that if you want to check that one out. It was pretty fun. I think they're going to be doing more updates as time goes on, as early access indicates. But yeah, Dread Delusion, super sweet. Next game on my list, Nausea. Nausea with a G. I'm still playing it, still loving it. Cool stories, always has twists that I never expect. One of the best like fleshed out story, like visual story kind of games that I've played, with so many different like endings and so many different combinations that I've like already found, and there's just so much more. But obviously I haven't played too many like just straight up visual novel type games. Like I've done the same thing as everyone else. I played the Doki Doki and stuff like that. But this is like roguelike aspect of it and everything, and like the different like crew like rules, and it's just AI Among Us. Yeah, I'm super into Nausea. I think the characters are great, except for Jonas. What a dickhead! Even when he's sexy, Jonas, can't stand the guy. But yeah, it's good. I think it's got a little character for everybody, and yeah, I was very into it. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, whatever you want to say. Nausea's great, and people should definitely pick it up. So, like, that's kind of the thing. I mean, I'm playing games, obviously, I'm showing stuff, but, like, really, if you look at the game and you're like, well, this guy's an idiot, he's playing the game wrong, you should literally buy the game and play it for yourself and enjoy it. That helps the devs. You'll enjoy it like that, too. You should still definitely watch my video. Please watch my video. I'm talking to the void anyways. It doesn't really matter. Nothing's going to come out of this, but you should watch the video. You should do that. But yeah, Nausea, great. Like, I mean, obviously the artwork, beautiful. If your visual novel doesn't have good artwork, I don't know, like, what's the point, right? you might as well just wrote in a book. If your visual novel doesn't have good artwork, just write a book. That's my review of Nausea, which does have good artwork, by the way. I'm not saying that Nausea has bad artwork. I think it has phenomenal characterization, artwork, and I like a nice anime lady sometimes here and there, and that delivers. Good. That's my Nausea thing. All right, here's the one that I tried to stream once. Then I tried to go back and I was going to make a video about instead. And then I realized I can't do it because, well, honestly, RPG Maker, whatever happened with this game, it completely destroys any frame rate ever. And that's Fear and Hunger 2. Fear and Hunger 2 dipped down dirty on the CPU and decided, you, sir, may not work. As soon as any kind of fog or open world happens in that game, it's Chopzilla. It's brutal. Which I guess is kind of the point of the game. The game is supposed to be very brutal. And I did play through a bunch of it. Did some stuff here and there. Tried to play as my wheelchair lady. And brutally hard RPGs might not be the kind of thing I'm into. Maybe it's because me, classic, Callum, normal gamer, Callum, is not very good at video games. I'm just not that great. This is the way it is. I can persevere through it. I can finish games. Especially one of the games that we're going to talk about in a little while, which I finished. Goddamn did I finish. But, yeah. And, so Fear and Hunger 2, it has a huge cult following. There's some amazing, theory breakdown videos on YouTube. You should definitely check those out. Give support to the people. Get the lore and everything, because it is such a cool, interesting story. It's just, it was gate kept by not only difficulty, which I can get past difficulty, but it's the actual physical frame rate drop that I can't stream it and I can't record it, and then there's dicks and cocks all over the place, and I can't do anything about that either. I'm gonna have to sit through, and the amount of editing I would have to do to play Fear and Hunger 2 and put it up anywhere would be more than I do on literally anything. Because, well, as you know, it's all straight from the dome, live, from the top to the bottom. That's the way it goes. That's how I'm talking right now. I'm not editing this. That's the way it is. I don't care. Whatever. It's not going to be edited. That's fine. Don't worry about that, though. But Fear and Hunger, if that's your kind of thing, if you like brutally hard, RPGs with drastic stuff and is very, unforgiving, you should 100% pick that up. Just, be known. There's lots of not safe for work things. And also, maybe your computer's better than mine. I don't know. It could be. It probably is. Probably is. If you're listening to this right now, your computer's probably better than mine. And don't let anyone tell you differently. But hopefully the frame rate issue doesn't happen. But this one, I'd definitely say, you should check it out for yourself. That's all I'm going to say about Fear and Hunger 2. I didn't play enough of it to give it a proper go. But, hey, videos up there. People commented on me saying, hey, it's classic. Someone who doesn't know the franchise picking the girl in the wheelchair. Bad move. Dumb. Silly boy. And I said, that's probably true. So there's that. Fear and Hunger 2. I talked about it. Now I'm going to stop talking about it because we got the second game from Chilla's Arts. So after I bought the karaoke, played it, I said, oh man, well, this game is so cool. What's the next one we're going to do? And the idea in the next game we're going to do, the idea I had in my brain, stigmatized property. Well, what the hell is that? Well, it looks like someone moved into a new apartment. But something's weird about that apartment. And you gotta go find all their crumpled up notes, and you go around the buildings, and you find this stuff, and then at the end you get a little spooky jump. There's probably different ways to do things. You can pray at shrines and stuff, do coins, get secret items, whatever. Super fun, nice little condensed, beautiful game. Loved it. Inunaki Tunnel, next game. I think this was one of my first pile on the Chillas Art streams. Inunaki Tunnel is a tunnel-based video game where you jump over a fence into a tunnel and never escape again, because you go and you try and basically summon some kind of ghost. You have to do this video because this video will make you famous, which is why I named the video "This Video Will Make Me Famous," which I thought was fun. I love coming up with titles for my videos. That's basically the only reason I do YouTube at all. And I'm doing this only so I can talk about things that I want to talk about, because this is the available post-podcast. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Inunaki Tunnel. It was really cool. There's a bunch of stones. There's a bunch of lore. There's a bunch of dogs that were barking at people. There was a bunch of... I had to get the shovel. Had to get the lamp. Got to go into the well. Scoop out the other thing. Make this stuff. It was good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun, atmospheric, nice little horror game. Next one, The Convenience Store. Now this one's top tier shit. This one is absolutely top tier shit. When the stupid guy who's you're covering for, like switching off the shifts, jumps out of the locker room, amazing. He looks like he is a person who had a circle as a head, and then they just put a piece of paper over their face, which is hilarious and wonderful. The customers, awful. Just like real life. Like that asshole who told you to go get beer. Perfect. Yeah. I feel like whoever is the genius behind Chilla Art has 100% worked in retail before. You can feel it. Like, they've worked in the food industry, kind of like a barista or like convenience store, something, because they know exactly the kind of people that walk in, especially like the old lady that just walks in and just ignores you basically the entire time, wants to look for their daughter or whatever. Yeah, all that stuff absolutely happens. So convenience store gets 2 thumbs up. Convenience store and the karaoke so far are like definitely the 2 best that I've talked about on this list so far. But wait, there's more. The next game I played from them was Okari. And on this list of Chilla's Arts games, that was my least favorite. People seem to like it. I felt like they were trying to be really creepy with how slow you walk. Maybe my screen was wrong, but trying to get into or trying to find the prompts to find things in the game, very hard. I think the effects were too strong on it. I didn't like the ending that much. I thought it was a little... I mean, I guess there's no real whatever. Yeah, it was depressing. Obviously, it was kind of like that, but I wasn't a fan too much of Okari. Do I think the game is bad? No. I think the game is fine. I think it has its things. It's just not my kind of speed. And by speed, I mean you walk so slow in the game. So if you mess something up, you gotta go. It's just tedious at that point. It's not scary. You're just like, oh my god. I went up the stairs, but I should have been down the stairs. Okay. And then 75 minutes later, you're down the stairs. That's my review. 75 minutes later, you're down the stairs. Next game. Oh man, it is just the Chilla Arts cycle. We have so many games to get through. The Radio Station. Welcome to the Radio Station. This game was awesome. The driving was so atrociously horrendous that it was comically bad. But other than that, the story was amazing. I actually got the good ending. This is, I think, the first game time I went through and I actually completed the game and got the multiple endings, because I was so happy about the story. I was so happy about how it all worked. I wanted to get all the achievements. Yeah, Radio Station, super top tier. I enjoyed all the endings, really. None of them are great endings in the sense that they're not good for the character, but I thought that was really thought out. The whole town system and everything was really cool. Again, the driving was so bad that like even when like spooky stuff happened on the road, you couldn't tell because you were just like driving like a maniac. You're just smashing into things. But radio station, absolutely give that one a check out. Great. All right, the ghost train. Routine is important. You gotta go to the bathroom. You can't wash your hands. Okay? Then you gotta go have your smoke while you wait for the train. Some stuff's gonna happen in a little smoke room. You gotta get on the train. You gotta get that guy his weird bugs. Okay? If you don't get him his bugs, he won't move out of the way. You won't be able to talk to the conductor. And if you can't talk to the conductor, how are you gonna know if you missed your stop or not? Duh. Yeah, so I mean, yeah. Ghost train was pretty cool. Good. Next one. The caregiver. Piss Rags. Piss Rags the game. Piss Rags the game is pretty cool. I think if I could keep that Piss Rag, I could have been able to defeat the last boss. I don't know if there was another option for me to do at the last boss kind of thing. I don't know if I could have just left the building. But when I got trapped in the back rooms with the Raven Man, I mean, that was it. That was the end of it. But like, it's cool, you gotta pick up the Piss Rag. It's a Piss Rag based game. Sometimes you have a Piss Rag based game, and that's what the caregiver is. And that doesn't mean that the game is a Piss Rag. The game was cool and fun and spooky and like, lots of stuff you had to do, and you had to like get the clocks in the right order, and that was fun little puzzles and stuff. But yeah, sometimes sometimes you just gotta do all that stuff, and then you get trapped in the back rooms of the Raven Man, and there's no escape. It's no use. Well, moving on. I give that a pack of piss rags out of a bundle of hampers. That's what I give the caregiver. Next game. The Closing Shift by Chilla Arts. This one was perfect. This was Barista Simulator. I made so many goddamn lattes. I had them coming in. I had a whole bunch of weirdos run into my store and be like, just argue about stuff. I had a creepy guy try and flirt with me. Apparently, there's an ending I missed. I didn't get to it. I swear to God I tried. I had to look it up after, but there was a way I could have got to the roof and thrown a brick at the guy. Obviously I didn't. I didn't get to the roof. I didn't throw a brick at the guy. But that's the way it is. But the game itself was awesome. The gameplay was fun. The whole thing was really interesting. Made so many lattes. Had to make people's orders. It felt just like I was there. It was like I was there. But yeah, Closing Shift, definitely top tier. Up there with the radio station. Up there with the karaoke. Up there with the convenience store. I think they're all newer games, so I'm really happy they're going to have 2 more games coming out this year, at least. And I'm so hyped for that. All right. We're gonna chill on their stuff for right now, and we're gonna talk about Chrono Arc. Chrono Arc is a anime roguelike card deck builder fighter thing, like an RPG fighter card battler. It's great. I loved it. I liked it. Yeah, super cool. Again, early access. The characters were fun. The story was interesting. We're kind of trapped in like a post-apocalyptic like dreamscape, kind of looping over and over and over again. Just going through, and you're got like your special abilities to fight through the monsters, to get to the clock tower, to reverse time again. I enjoyed it. Chrono Arc, very cool. I want to see what else they do with it in the future. The characters always super unique. Great abilities. Very fun. Yeah, 10 out of 10 actually on that guy. As far as like not new, but like early access games go, yeah, I had a blast just playing it, going through different characters. Nice little stream game, pretty chill. The runs are like interesting enough. You kind of get the hang of it, like any kind of roguelike, right? But yeah, you see what characters you work for you, and you just go for it. And I was very impressed. Very impressed at how it went. So yeah, Chrono Arc. Give it a go. Give it a look. Have it a taste. Yeah. Okay, back to Chill Art. It's the night way home. Night way home. All you needed was 400 yen. right? Or was it like 800 yen? I don't know. It was a bunch of yen that you had to go walking around the city looking for it. The first bit, brutal with the ghosts. Obviously, like, you don't have any of your abilities, you don't have anything. You're just kind of running around in a abandoned train station and hoping things work out. It was fine. You kind of eventually get your bearings. You could go do it. I liked the running around bit. It was cool. There's some weird stuff where like the drawer didn't open, and then I tried to open it and it wouldn't open. The parking lot was way worse. I did not like the parking garage very much. The city was cool. I thought the city was fun. Again, it was just a lot of you have to explore literally everything because you need that yen. If you don't get on that goddamn bus, you're not going to be able to find it. And then just rolling around the city was cool too, like finding your house. It was a good ending. I actually really liked the ending for that one. It was very heartwarming, very nice, kind of cool thing. Very like uncommon for them to have like such a stylized like artwork ending and beginning to the game, and I really liked that actually. I thought that was like awesome. Yeah. So, Night Way Home. Yeah, I thought that was one of the better ones. Again, unique, interesting, fun. You gotta blue ball those ghosts. Then I'll give that one, like 800 yen out of a pack of 1,000. All right, what do we got? We got the night delivery. Okay, inventory baby is great. You get a baby, you put it in your inventory, and you walk down an elevator with it. That's all I'm going to say. You also help someone build their couch or their bed. Their couch or their bed, and she's got a broken neck. It's awesome. Yeah. Night delivery, 10 out of 10. Ridiculous game. Inventory babies and bed building. You just try and make deliveries. All right. Now is a beautiful game. A game I was super highly anticipating after I played the first one. We got Dread Out 2. And this is the game I'm going to say that difficulty doesn't matter to me. I will beat the stupid game. But goddamn, will I complain and whine and bitch about it. That goddamn tiger boss in this game was so obnoxious, so garbage, that like it almost had me quitting. It almost had me quitting. I swear that boss almost had me quitting. But I thought, no, Mona's still there, looking for all the weird spooky stuff, and she is the greatest, the bestest, the most wonderfulest, the greatest detective of them all. And I couldn't let Mona down. So I beat this stupid tiger boss, and the rest of the game was actually really good. I really enjoyed all the other things. The crying lady in your house was also kind of a bullshit boss. Very like weird tight corners that you had to like run around and try and get her. But all in all, super cool. The first boss was amazing. I liked that they added different combat to the game. Having like the sword and stuff was really interesting. Beating, good old Harley Quinn live streamer was really sweet. She had more views than I ever get views, so made me a little jealous, so I had to beat her. That's the way. Dread Out 2, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No. Scratch that. Dread Out 2, 8 out of 10. Tiger Boss, too stupid. Way too stupid. The controls do not make sense for that boss. Infuriating. Tiger Boss can eat a fucking dick. Screw that guy. All right. Next game. 1 second. 1 second. The dog needs to be let in. The anticipation while I wait for the next game. This is your sponsor break. You can listen to the sponsors. Listen to the sponsors. There's no sponsor. Oh, that's right. Of course. A Space for the Unbound is the next game. This is... We got a whiny little dog. Space for the Unbound. You pet every animal. You play as Atma, not to be confused with Atma, the game I talked about earlier. And it is honestly amazing. This game's just amazing. I don't even want to spoil things. I don't even want to talk about stuff. It's super heartwarming. It's super fun. It's very like it's self-aware in a way that it's not like Deadpool self-aware, if that makes sense. It's like self-aware in a way that like they feel more human, which gives you more emotion with the characters. The artwork is like, man, some pixel artists just deserve to make everything. And the pixel art in it is just so wonderful. Whole game, 10 out of 10. Every aspect of it. Controls, story, visuals, combat even is really fun. You kind of just do like fighting game controls, really. Obviously, not like, it's tough to mess them up. But, it's great. It definitely takes huge inspiration from like old arcade kind of ideas. Yeah, it's just such a modern take on a pixel art story-based game that is perfect. Yeah, and I'll give Space for an Unbound a goddamn galaxy out of a planet. Okay, that's what I'm gonna give that one. Cool. Next game, China's own Warm Snow. This game was great. Like it's kind of like Hades, that kind of idea, you know. Action RPG roguelike, kind of go through the levels. Yeah, just great. Super tight controls, super fun gameplay. The different like weapons and like weapon combinations and stuff. Not weapons, but like different like effects you can put on everything. Super cool. Had a lot of fun playing, running up the hills, fighting the big man, stuff like that. Yeah, it's great. I mean, it was all done in Chinese, so I mean the voice acting sounded fine to me. I don't know the actual, I don't know. Story was cool. Everything about it was neat, and you do classic RPG stuff. You kill God, you become God or whatever. Yeah, Warm Snow. Definitely should check it out if you want to. I did a little intro video on it, but it was cool. Very cool game. All right. Paranorma Sight. The Seven Mysteries of Hanzhou. I love this game. I mean, honestly, it's such a weird story, but it's visual novel. Again, it's great art because if you don't have great art in your visual novel, don't make a goddamn visual novel. Just make a novel. Just write a book. Just write a book. If you got a story, but you don't have an artist, just write a book. This game has them both. Got a story. The mystery is really cool. The lore behind it is so in depth. I mean, obviously, it better be. This isn't an indie game by any stretch, right? It's Square Enix. It's goddamn Square Enix. If they half-assed a bunch of this stuff, I would be offended, personally. But they didn't. So far, everything I've seen of it, super cool. I like how the story's going. I like how in-depth and like crazy all the twists and turns become and how everyone's kind of connected. I'm going to be streaming more of that today. So, I mean, I haven't finished the game yet. I have exactly one ending where, the possessed girl kills a man. Spoiler alert. I think you're supposed to put the spoiler alerts beforehand, but there's no editing in this, so I mean that was a spoiler. But yeah, Paranorma Sight, Mystery of the Seven Hanzhous, or the Seven Mysteries of Hanzhou. Yeah, great game. Love it, laugh it, learn it, live it, like it. Good. Next game I got is a game I've been playing with my brothers recently. I've beat it before in the past, but I'm back and we got it because I guess the second game has been announced, so it was on sale. So I thought, let's see if my brothers want to play some Remnant from the Ashes. And they said, yeah, whatever, we'll play some Remnant from the Ashes. That sounds like fun. So yeah, we've been playing Remnant from the Ashes, and I mean, yeah, there's some bullshit bosses in the game, definitely. But so far it's been pretty good. So my latest video of Remnant from the Ashes. The video didn't actually record. It's just audio, so there's that. So I'll give OBS a big old stinker for that one. Thanks, OBS, you piece of media technology. Other than that, though, I think Remnant is a fun, great game to play with friends. Do I think it's definitely built for co-op. I pretty much only enjoy it in co-op. It was kind of cool playing by yourself, but it's way grindier, way more time consuming. But like we can bust through like levels pretty quick, and it's good. It's entertaining. It's fun. Yeah. So I mean, Remnant from the Ashes, obviously, decent. Mwah. Good. Next game. We're almost done. Actually, it's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll hit about an hour. That's not bad. That's like a real podcast length. That's pretty good. That's better than the other one where I just bend you a whole bunch of times. I mean, this is kind of like bending you the whole bunch of times, but that's fine. The next game is Frontier Hunter: Ezra's Wheel of Fortune. It's a little fan servicey for me. I also ran into a bug where I didn't upgrade my weapons right away when I talked to the guy. Like this is after I played the video, but like, yeah. So I didn't upgrade my weapons right away, and then when I went back to try and talk to the guy, he wouldn't talk to me anymore, so I could never upgrade my weapons. So then I came to a boss where I was like, I just wasn't dealing enough damage, and I didn't feel like learning to perfectly dodge every single thing in it, because like, I mean, the game, whereas like Worm Snow, super tight controls, you know? I've been playing a lot of games with, like, tight, nice controls. Frontier Hunter, not exactly the tight controls. I think they had more. Like, it feels very Bloodstained, and Bloodstained also I felt like didn't have like the tightest of controls ever, but it was like cool and fun and unique. Ezra, if you really want, or Frontier Hunter, if you really want, like, if you like the story, you like the weird demon hat saying weird things about the very young-looking girl thing, then I mean, maybe the game's for you. It's still in early access, so like the bugs will be fixed. I have no doubt in that. I think they'll probably fix all that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, if that's kind of like your kind of gameplay, I mean, the animations and stuff look really cool, and I like having like the Gatling guns really fun, stuff like that. And it does feel satisfying beating bosses, and it's very Metroidvania. You get new abilities, whatever. But for me, well, maybe in the future I'll play some more. I don't know. It was fine. It was fine. It was a cool little demonstration. I wanted to play it. It was on sale. I'd give it a go. Gave it a go is going to be what I say about that one. Good job. I gave it a go. All right. Second to last, Neon Echo. This game. If you want a Metroidvania kind of roguelike, though, just get Neon Echo. Honestly, I've played only a little video, but the controls so sick. There's like a beat like aspect to it where like if you hit it on the 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4. If you hit it on the 4, like your skill, it deals like extra damage, which is super cool. So you can kind of like time things and get like literally into the rhythm of everything. The voice acting is insane. By that I mean like not necessarily good, but not necessarily bad either. Like it's actually just feels like it's insane. Like an insane person wrote the dialogue and gave people the English voice lines, and it was awesome. I love that. Nothing makes any sense, really. Like the world building is just kind of throws you in there and just gives you terminology that's like, hey, this weird thing is like doing this weird thing, and you're like, well, those aren't any words that make any sense to me, but like, sure. If you just think big robot does big bad thing, not human, that's basically what the story is. But who cares about that? Because like all the add-ons, there's different characters, the animations of the attacks, and the movements like speed and like the dodging and everything. The perfect parry feels so cool. It's great. I think it's like, as far as like Metroidvania style, like side scrolling, like roguelikes, kind of like Dead Cells. This game is right up there. Neon Echo, awesome, definitely worth the money. This one is like, I definitely recommend this. And yeah, give that one 2 thumbs. I'm gonna be probably streaming it a bunch. We'll see. I have way too many games on the go. That's the problem. But I'm here to do it. Next, this is the last game. Anno Mutantium. I don't know how to say it. It's called Anno. It's a cyberpunk-like game, and goddamn, is great. By the time this is up, I should have one of the videos up. First video at least. Well, first video for sure is already up, waiting to be released. So it should be up by this time because this is coming out on May 1st. But goddamn, Anno is awesome. And it's just fun. It's like it's a little more lighthearted than Cyberpunk 2077, right? Because like Cyberpunk 2077, obviously very grim dystopian future. Nothing is good, nothing is sacred, nothing is safe, nothing to pray for. This one, you have fun comedy relief, I guess, fanfic, desire loving anime waifu hologram. Kind of makes it a bit brighter, and you got bartender sister and stuff like that. So there's like some cute fun things that go on, but the gameplay super solid, story kind of fun, same kind of idea as Cyberpunk 77. You have like an illness that you're trying to cure, and that's like the mystery I know so far. But like the graphics, animation, background art is insane in the game. Like, just like Cyberpunk, where, like, they have, like, ads and stuff. They just took that exact idea, and, like, the world building is so good. Yeah, so, like, the surroundings, everything, awesome. And, again, it's pixel art, because, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what the resurgence of pixel art is, but please, keep it coming. And, that's it. I got to play more. Maybe it gets janky as the time goes on, but, like, I don't think so. I think it's going to be great. I'm going to have a huge fun. I'm going to have exactly one huge fun playing this game. So, yeah, I would check that out too if you want to do it, or watch my video when it's out. You should definitely watch my video when it's out. You should definitely watch all my videos. Okay, straight up. You just put my videos on when you go to sleep, okay? Because I'm basically like, I'm no better than any YouTube maker in like 2008, where it was just gameplay videos, very little editing. I'm not breaking them down to 10-minute vids though, because I think that's egregious. But, you just have them on. Listen to my voice. You can fall asleep to me. I'm fine with that. If you can fall asleep to me. But yeah, that's my thing. We're going to do that. I was going to call Basie again to keep continuity, to see what we're doing. But his podcast isn't sponsoring me. It never did. So I'm not going to call him this time. Maybe on episode 3 I'll call. Maybe every odd episode I'll call Basie and see where they can find us. But I'll tell you where you can find us. You can find us anywhere where Feral Lamb exists, which is just Twitch and YouTube. You can also add me on Twitter. Like, you can follow me on Twitter. And if I get enough followers on Twitter, I'll actually post something. And that's the Feral Lamb guarantee. Thank you so much for listening to this. I'll see you June 1st, I guess. And, daily uploads. I do daily uploads. That's my thing. That's where the 2008 me's coming out. I'm like, yeah, I remember YouTube in 2008. Daily uploads. I should do that. And because I don't edit, it's not that hard, honestly. Obviously, the content is pretty lacking compared to some of the people these days. There's better options to listen to, maybe. But maybe you just want that. Maybe you want a taste of the old, but with new games. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to cover that niche. Alright, anyway, this has been Available Post Podcast, and I'm your host, Callum, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.